All right, AJT Jungle, we're going to go ahead and do a quick recap of the morning. Able to do recaps this week because my wife's out of town and I don't have a whole lot of honey-do lists and things to accomplish this week. So I'm able to do them. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do it next week going forward, but I will be trying to do this. But if you were here early in the room, you saw how I went through and I vetted the stocks and how we came up with our watch list and what stocks were going to be the primary focus for the day, what had to happen before we could trade this stock. And Meta was one of them. Yeah, she left a honey-do list, and I had to finish the mosaic tiles in the bathroom. So I did that. I did that while I was trading futures at night. So it worked out perfectly. So when we were looking at this stock this morning, we said we didn't like it long because of this and the daily chart. We just didn't like it. So we were looking at it to the short side. And we knew it had to do a lot of work. It had to come back and go red on the day again and take out the pre-market low. So what we saw here was this was a 5-minute opening range low. And then this is the pre-market low. So once we took out it, we got short. It did back test a little bit. This is what we see sometimes. It happens. But it did back test a little bit. And it didn't close back above any of these levels. So we were good to go. First target was right here at this 450, 446 level. Second target was between it and 450. Now, 450 I thought would be a strong psychological level. All right. That's my thinking. Anybody would think the same thing. That 450 is a strong psychological level. Okay. So what I was looking at was it bouncing here, rejecting, and then getting another entry down to this 446.44 pivot here. So these two are daily pivots. Well, no, not 450 is not a daily pivot. This is just let me change the color on it. This is a psychological level. So that's what this was. Well, this thing sold off all the way down to 448. I'm not chasing it. I'm waiting for it to bounce. So this candle opened, it ran back up to 450, and then it aggressively got sold off. So as soon as we took out the low, I got in trying to get this last $1.50 down to the last pivot here. And so that's what we did. Now I still have another piece left on. And had we got to 442, I definitely would have taken half of this off. I'm looking for 440, and I was thinking eventually throughout the afternoon it would sell off to that. But, we'll have to wait and see. This candle here pretty much sealed its fate. So I don't think you're going to see this selling off anymore. I see us getting stopped out here. Yep, and that's what happened. So we got stopped out at break even on this second trade. And you can see it's aggressively getting bought up. This was the bottom I felt for the day. So I think this stock is done. The other stock we traded today was Tesla. This was our number one watch based on the setup we saw pre-market. So we saw it put in a top here above the 200. We were above all the moving averages. We had a nice window right here on the daily. You can't really see it now because of the damn triangles, but this is a nice, window back up for the bounce. So what I did was I was like, look, this is a beautiful setup for an aggressive entry. Meaning as soon as it breaks the pre-market high, we can buy on that break. And that's what happened. I kind of thought we were going to lose it before the market opened, but it did reject here, which made this an even stronger trade for me. So as soon as it broke through, I bought it. Got my first profit target. Here's a 5-minute opening range high. I could have easily added to this and took profit a couple more times. Could have easily done that, but I didn't. I went ahead and took my second profit target, and the final target was 225. We didn't quite get there. We ended up selling back off. My trailing stop hit at my first profit target, so we're out here. Now, if we close above the 5-minute opening range high, and then we confirm claiming this again, then I'll get back in the trade looking for 225. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is just a bait. We see this all the time. But it has to confirm before I engage it. But I really think we're done for today. Futures wise, I'm honestly thinking about just trading the overnight session. This week has been phenomenal. Trading the overnight. I mean, I love it. And to me, it's a lot easier. And then I don't have to focus and even think about it right now. I can just trade my equities and keep on trucking. But this wraps it up for me today. Might get to do another recap tomorrow, but like I said, we do the same thing every day. If you watched every recap this week, we do the same thing every day. Are the results different sometimes? Yeah. Some days we make a lot more money than others. Today, I think we probably would have made about the same as we made yesterday. The day before was probably it wasn't red. I remember it wasn't red, but it wasn't a whole lot. It was less than $1,000 that we made, but it's the same day. The only difference is we had a trade that didn't work, and that happens. But it didn't hurt the week. Alright, so you see it's kind of failing right now. We did not confirm taking out the 5-minute open range high, at least not yet. This candle is still young. Hasn't matured yet, so it can turn around and start ripping up. So you just have to pay attention. Don't anticipate. Just let it tell you exactly what it wants to do. Alright, but that's our morning. I hope you guys did well. There were a lot of opportunities out there. Nvidia, Netflix, Microsoft, all made really, really good moves in. every last one of those are on our watch list every day. So I will catch up with you in a few.